Okay, let's make sure everything here looks good. Yes, excellent connection to YouTube. Hot dog, we're live. How's everybody doing today? So, firstly, if it looks a little different, I'm using my DSLR now, one of them for live streaming. It's a horrible setup, and I'll have to post a picture of this to Discord because it's a pretty bad setup, but it works. I have the camera on a monopod behind my monitors, kind of leaning there, because it's the best thing I could do to get it to work. I have a mount up here. You can barely see the tip of it right in there for my top down when I do things over at the desk, but I don't have another arm for here, and I really wish I did. But that's okay. This should work out all right. Okay, so let's see. Getting into it. It has been an insane work week, so I didn't do a whole lot. I did do some more ABS printing, and I'm having issues figuring out with why my printer is doing this. And I think it's just because of the speed at which I am printing things. Vince, how you doing? So I've got this guy here, which is a smidge over extruded. It will focus in on this. I'll probably have to manually do it here just to get things going. But you can see that's over extruded in there, just a hair. You can see the lines in it there. And then I tried printing the shroud by itself, and it was doing this. I mean, look at the garbage down here, the garbage up top, and I think that was just because I was printing only this, and it was printing too fast. So, and then this one was bad just because of the infill type I used. So up in here is pretty bulgy, and this is just straight garbage anyway. In the trash that goes. But the other parts that I printed, they came out okay. This is the over extruded one. This is the regular one. I was able to get the my printer finally tuned, but yeah, it still is not really seating well. You can see the gap in there. It's still really not seating in all the way. And I don't know all what that is about. I think it's because, well, this one filled that hole in quite nicely. This one did not. And I don't know why. Daniel, how you doing? I really don't know why. So these are all parts I need to reprint. And I just haven't decided really how I want to do that. Because it's just not lining up and working properly there. This one also printed that part like crap. So, and I tried printing these by themselves, and I think that could have been the issue with it. So I'm going to try one more time on Metroplex, the FT5. And if that does not work well again, I'm going to have to switch to boxing a printer to print to, just because it's just not working out. And I'm a little frustrated with the printer right now. I have not had really the time in the last week to really deal with the issue. It's been very sporadic. Where's my battery charger at? The amount of time I've been able to put into it has been sporadic. So I don't know. I really don't know. I just need to kind of do it. Yes, those are V0.2 parts. I've decided I'm going to do the V0.2 rather than the 0.1. The only thing I need to buy is the top hat. So I bought a 0.1 kit, and I'll just need to buy the 0.2 top hat separately. But I'm hoping FISEC comes out with their version of it. But I do have extrusion that I can kind of swap around and just do my top hat as a different color. I showed that off in maybe the last stream or the stream before that, kind of was talking about. I'm gonna load up Fusion now. But yeah, because I have the blue extrusion parts, I might just use those for the top as I'm using like the reddish pink for the rest of the build. I just really need to see how the blue extrusion, which I could do now real quick, see how the blue extrusion looks versus the light blue printed parts. So this is the light blue extrusion, and this is my light blue parts. I guess that doesn't look horrible. Oh, I'm move Fusion to other screens so I can see what I'm doing here. It wouldn't be using these. I mean, the blue on blue wouldn't be there. They would be white parts with it. But it doesn't look half bad. So it might be all right. Where is it now? The 02 master. Yes, load the recovery file because Fusion crashed. Well, I didn't crash. I lost power, so not really Fusion's fault on that one. But yeah, I really want to get this finished up. I just need to get these other parts. I think I'm gonna have to reprint some of the AB motor parts because of. Turn all this stuff back on so I can see it. Yeah, I did the main frame is mostly blue corners on the pink. Let me show you guys here. And then the top hat would be the blue with white ABS parts. And I still have my desk littered with these parts, but yeah, this is pretty much how it's mostly going to look. So not half bad. I still need to redo this center part right there. I haven't done that yet, but this is pretty much the color scheme I'm going with for everything for this build. But yeah. I'll just cut this frame down to size in order to be able to make that top hat. So I really just need to buy the acrylic panels, which I think are about like 30 bucks or 20 bucks maybe. I've seen them online from different people, different prices. I have a couple tabs open that I need to just bite the bullet and order it so that it can get here in the next few weeks. But I'm pretty much ready to build. Again, it's just everything fits. I mean, some of the parts are a little over extruded, so I don't know how much that will really matter at all. They seem to fit pretty well. I'm more worried about these motor parts because because they're over extruded, they do not clamp together at all. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, you see how that gap is in there? They don't clamp together. So I just need to either shave those down or reprint these parts. I really don't want to reprint them. But maybe I'll throw these on along with one of the other, with some of the extruder parts to kind of finish that off, that main shroud. How are you going? You going this way? Yep. Decisions on how to really do that. But I think that's really what I got to the past week, was just reprinting those parts. My office is an absolute wreck. I did not have much time to be in here at all in the past week and like get stuff done, really. But at least I did get Metroplex FT5 retuned, so it's got the new extruder on there. which seems to be working well. It has the, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, that. And then we'll do the motor plate, mid-body, front crawling. So I'm just going to just arrange all these real quick. I don't know if I'll print all these right now. I probably just should, just so there's adequate time between parts, because again, this is just printing horribly. Viking, how you doing? No, I haven't really had stringing issues with, this needs to go to, we're doing grid. For some reason stars was default, and that's why those didn't print well. I didn't have any stringing with this printer. It was with the Legacy I was having stringing with. I'm all right, Viking, just trying to get back into things, you know. It's been a busy week for me. So that is an 11-hour and 38-minute print. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get that kicked off. Preheat to ABS, let that thing get up there. So I did debate trying to print these on either the Legacy or the Prusa and just putting it underneath the table with a towel over it, which I've done before. I don't know. I do need to unload or just print more with this other filament that I don't like. That's fine. What do I do with the filament? Oh, here it is. Oh. I guess I can put these back into the filament dryer. Some more dry protopasta to print with. But yeah, it was the protopasta that was stringing with me on the Legacy. But with the, this goes here now. No, this goes down here. Nope, it goes into this printer. Yep, that's where it goes. But yeah, it ended up being wet filament. The protopasta needed dried out. I used it for a day, it was fine. But then the next day, it really needed to be dried out. So I was able to do that. And it printed just fine with a couple other parts. A couple other printers was fine on. Including that one. There's a bunch of some bits and bobs down here. Retuning the Metroplex did take a definitely hot minute to get done because I was doing the tuning incorrectly. I was using the extrude button, which apparently you can't do, and I always forget with Clipper because it extrudes too fast unless you set it all the way down like 1 millimeter a second. But if you're doing just the 5, it just strips out. It's too fast. When you're trying to do the extruded calibration. But now it has a BMG in there, and I did keep my old Titan because now that I know that the Titan was not the problem, I decided to keep it just in case. But I do have the Titan here, so if I do decide to use that, I'm also still debating on adding the filament sensor to the Legacy. Hey Ryan, how you doing? Okay, so that's heating up, and then we can get that started. I actually never checked my batteries. Oh. We should be all right for tonight. I never remember to check the batteries in my microphones. Just kind of hope for the best. But printing wise, I think that's really it. Oh, I need to reprint these DIN rail things. I can still add them. Parts. PCB DIN clip. That's what I need. Copy, paste. Add the 2 of those. Ooh. Chugs a minute there whenever you slice. But yeah, these DIN clips did over extrude a little bit. So I could shave away at them, but guess I could try to do that real quick while I'm waiting for that to heat up, because it takes a minute for that to get up to 100 degrees on the bed. I took away some of that edge. I did. That's not great. Well, that pretty much clicks in now. But again, still over extruded just a smidge. These are pretty interesting little 3D printed DIN clips. So you just use double-sided tape on the white part, and we're just to kind of click that in there to hold things. Oh, that's what came in. So I did get mail this week, which was awesome, and I got another potato in, and I did get the Wi-Fi dongle in as well. So that will go into this, because with buying the printers right now on anywhere really, mainly AliExpress, but if you add the Pi, it adds like $100, and that's just way too much. So buying the La Potato and using their Raspbin library Raspbin image, it seems to work out well. So I've used it twice now. Right now that's what Teletran is running under, and I just used it on another one that's running my Pi-hole, which is now up and running for some of my devices. Not all of them yet though. But yeah, new electronic smell. I know I am getting gray and grayer. It's been quite the time here, buddy. So I guess since I have the image, I'm going to go ahead and run an image real quick. I have a 8 or 16 gig micro SD. I have a 16. I need to order some more micro SD cards. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I couldn't mute for that one. So choose an operating system, use custom. That one, write, yes, overwrite it. Okay. It usually takes like, I don't know, half hour to write the images, so I like to just give it time. And I still need to swap out this 0W for the other potato that I have running right now. One day. Whenever I have time. I don't know when that'll be. All right, you heated up yet? The extruder has been, but the bed is at 95C now of 110. One thing I don't like about the BMG is it's really hard to manually load filament. It's so much easier in like Titan or really anything else. It's just hard to get your thumb into that wheel. Okay, that's there. I need to put a PTFE lock on that push fitting, which I left here. Just realized there's more stuff on my desk my kids put here to fix. How joyous. Nope, this actually was just charging. Wasn't charging. Let's put this clip on here. Like that. Pull that out. We need to glue stick the bed. A fair bit, I think, because it's a big print. Oop. Booger go from it. That away. All right. Actually, the image is going very quickly. The only thing that's a bugger with the Raspberry image is I can't use the Fluid Pi image, which would make life so much easier. I have to use this and then hook my monitor up to it with my wireless keyboard and then do all that. That is all set. We're going to go ahead and send, upload, and print. It's a 28 meg file. It's a big file. There we go. I need to go and check something. I'll be right back. Hey Adam, how you doing? I had to go check on kids real quick. They're not cooperating for bed tonight. Oh, that's also still on my to-do list, is to readjust the probe on this. because it is just ever so slightly further back from the 3D one that I had made, that I 3D printed. Okay. Z adjust is done. Now it's going to level the bed. The image is done. Not too shabby. So this might be something just to do one evening when I'm playing a video game, is just to get this image installed. I have to use the Cluac, I don't really know how to pronounce it, tool to put the image on, or to install Fluid and Clipper and everything onto that, which is a great tool that you can do it on anything really. It's just a pain that I can't use the native image. But I guess with enough people doing it, I wonder if it's worth asking the Fluid team if they would make an image using Raspbian. Is that what's on here? Is this Raspbian? I'm not a huge Raspberry Pi nerd, so I don't know all of them. But it is, yeah, Raspbian. For the La Potato, a Fluid Pi image that's based off of Raspbian, because Fluid Pi is based off of Debian. I might be incorrect on that, I'm not sure. I just was told that I can't use the Fluid Pi image on a La Potato, the Libre computer boards. Raspbian is Debian. I don't know. I was told that you have to use a different image. At least that's what Dan told me when I was talking to him about it. He's the one who introduced me to these boards because he's using them on a couple projects now. And I've been buying them because they're affordable. They're 35 or 40 bucks. The 2 gig versions, which is enough to run Clipper on. Just need to make sure that this first layer is good. Mostly because the kernel is only for the potato. I don't know, Adam. I don't understand. Again, I just know these are the images that I can use for stuff. All right, well, if the kids are not cooperating, I'm going to have to make this a short night, I'm thinking. Because they are not cooperating right now. Come on, you're at temperature. The only issue is that you have to hook up a monitor to it in order to work with it, because SSH isn't enabled, so you have to like actually log into the GUI and create the user and everything, which is a little bit of a pain. I'll drop this down. Nope, that's the wrong way. Let's do that. The pursuit of the perfect first layer. Especially on small, detailed parts. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. don't really know how to do that, Adam. I guess that would be some Googling. I know if you use like the native Raspberry Pi image, you can just hit the advanced options when you burn using the Raspberry Pi imager and enable SSH. You can add the user and set the password, which is great. Ohio. What's up, Eric? But you can't do that with other images, but only if you're using the actual like Raspberry Pi image. Because I tried doing that last time and it didn't work. So again, it's not a huge issue remoting into it, or again, hooking up your monitor, getting into it, doing that, and then once SSH is enabled and it's on the Wi-Fi, then you can just connect to it and do your configuration. That's not a problem. But yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and call this a short night because they are not cooperating. So I'm going to call this an early night, guys. Sorry. But I got the print going. At least I've got a way forward on getting this. This is what I'm going to use on the Voron V0.2. I already have the bracket here printed somewhere, I think. Yeah, the bracket, so this should be able to just match up to it, which the holes all do because it should be the same size. Yeah, so I'll be able to just hook that up and then put the DIN bracket on the back of this, and this should just snap into the back of the printer, which would be pretty cool to do. Haven't really used anything like that before. So yeah, I will be off the next 2 weeks because I will be traveling. So I didn't get the video edited last week, so it's edited and uploaded. I just have to do the description. I've just been not able to do so. I'll try to make some time to get that done this week, so you guys have at least one new video for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll resume everything when I get back. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, sorry it's a short night, but family calls. So hope everybody has a good night. Support the channel down below. Other than that, happy printing. Have a good night. I'll see y'all next time.